lack in a pigment called melanin.
They are used for moti. During that process, you'll become aware of how messed up society really is. They are human, just like anyone else. You can't really love someone with conditions. I saw him first at the poetry session, and we started talking about Betty Shabazz, who was Malcolm X's wife. So I'm interested in Malcolm X, and we started talking about that, and the conversation went on and on and on. And when the festival for the plays we were in ended, he was like saying goodbye to everyone because he was going back to Reza's room, and then he's gonna go back home. And I'm like, okay, something must happen. He can't just leave like that. So I just called him before, like, he left. We came back. I was like, okay, you called me, why? And I'm like, I was just saying goodbye. And he just stopped and he just looked at me. I was like, okay, goodbye. I have your numbers, right? I'm like, yeah, you have my numbers. And he said, I'll call you. In my mind, I was like, this nigga's never gonna call. And funny enough, he called me the following week. I was at home, and yeah, we started talking. And then the conversation went to WhatsApp. We chatted and chatted. And I wouldn't say he asked me out, and I wouldn't say I asked him out. It was more of like a mutual thing. So yeah, we started dating during the June holidays. I was never ashamed. I was never really fearful, because to me he was just another ordinary person. That's how I took him. That's what I saw in him the first time I saw him. But I would say my deepest fear would be not giving birth to an albino child. I can handle that, but raising one, like, I don't know if I would be able to gather the strength and to protect them from the world. As to how do you deal with bullying and name calling? How do you deal with every time you probably go to the shops, someone might want to mug you because of the color of your skin?
I lack in a pigment called melanin.
I'm well aware that they are used for moti.
Scientifically, they're not true. So personally, I'd say if a person is educated, then they would know about the condition rather than a person who isn't educated about the condition.
The advice I'd give to anyone who is probably like someone who's an albino, or would like to date someone who's an albino, is go for it. They are human just like anyone else.
It's more difficult for guys to approach someone who is living with albinism. I don't really know what might be the reason, but somehow I think it's really a challenge for guys to face people with albinism.
You'd be shocked that they actually give you more joy than all the other people you've ever been with. They have stories to tell, and during that process you'll become aware of how messed up society really is, and you'll be more conscious regarding those things. You know, you can't live your life in a box. You can't live your life according to other people's standards of happiness or perfection. So go ahead, do you, and once you get into the relationship, don't try and force that person to be open with you. Once they get comfortable, eventually it will happen. They'll start telling you how it feels, and do your best not to be judgmental.